Afghans of Rohilkhand and Farrukhabad, both these are now part of Uttar Pradesh. Rohilkhand and Farrukhabad, who never accepted Mughal sovereignty. Amongst them, the Marathas were the strongest. The founder of Maratha state, Shivaji, died in 1707. Aurangzeb died in 1707, and Shivaji's grandson, Sahu, was released from prison. Marathas witnessed a civil war. Between Tarabai, within brackets you write Raja Ram's wife. Between Tarabai, these are the two characters left now, Tarabai and Sahu. Raja Ram's wife and Sahu, Shivaji's grandson. The loyalty of Maratha Sardars and Deshmukhs. Deshmukhs were revenue officers. The loyalty of Maratha Sardars and Deshmukhs kept dwindling between the two, kept shifting between the two, between Sahuji and Tarabai. For almost 7 to 8 years, Aurangzeb died, and until 7 to 8 years they were fighting each other. Kind of not open kind of fighting, not with swords and bombs and everything, but yes, there were bitter confrontations. Okay, to own the legacy of Shivaji. Tarabai named her son, minor son Shivaji too, and she wanted that he should sit on the throne. She will take all the calls until he turns major. That is how it used to happen in those times. The man take the custody of this person, as and when he turns major, he will take the reins of the empire. So Tarabai was a de facto ruler. This is what she wanted to be. But Sahu wanted to own the legacy. Now, Marathas, again I told you, it was a feudal-based polity, just like the Rajputs and the Mughals. They had their Samans, they had their Deshmukhs. Okay, Deshmukh meant the revenue officer who are supposed to give revenue annually to the Chhatrapati. Shivaji, Sambhaji, Sahu or Tarabai, whoever is there on the apex of Maratha Empire. Okay. Now, and they also had certain men at their disposal, a very good army trained soldiers at their disposal. So whenever there was a war, Maratha state had a war with anyone, all of them used to turn up with their respective forces. Okay. So in Maharashtra, capital was Pune. In Maharashtra, they were a formidable power still. Okay. Now what happens? Here comes the Peshwa. Now you write role of Peshwa. They were actually Chitpavan Brahmins. You know of any famous Chitpavan Brahmin? No? Rasdeep Sardesai. Born as one. That's why I said born as one. Don't hold your head. Okay. So they were Chitpavan Brahmins. So Bajirao will come now. Right? Peshwas were the Chitpavan Brahmins. Who were the Chitpavan? Who were the prime ministers of Maratha. Balaji Vishwanath. Helped Sahu. Balaji Vishwanath helped Sahu. And so he sided with Sahu. So by 17, 18, 19, Sahu consolidated his position. By 17, 18, 19, Sahu consolidated his position. Who helped him? Peshwa Balaji Vishwanath. In 1719, Balaji Vishwanath helped Sayyid brothers to bring a puppet king in Delhi. Now you know why Sayyid brothers were called Namak Harams by the Turani and Irani nobles? Because they were taking help from Balaji, the Peshwa, the Chitpavan Brahmin, the Marathas. Okay? And they killed Farooq Sian. This is after that. So Turanis and Irani nobles of the Mughal court had all the ammunition to fire at Sayyid brothers. And they were called the kingmakers rightly because they were even installing puppet Mughal prince as king in Delhi at the Red Fort. Okay. So with the help of Sayyid brothers, Peshwa also ensured a Mughal Sanat. A Sanat, that is imperial order. Recognizing Sahu's right. Recognizing Sahu's right to Chauth and Sardeshmukhi. Chauth and Sardeshmukhi, you are aware of these two terms, I have explained it yesterday. In 6 Mughal provinces. Yeah. In 6 Mughal provinces. Give comment, right? 6 Mughal provinces. There were many parts actually. Malwa, Gujarat, Deccan. So these two minor Rafis, they were brought. They could not survive. They were actually not killed also. They died under some kind of inhospitable circumstances. There is not much on that. They were not killed. Muhammad was hit by Farooq in this Sayyid brothers. So it was these people who were doing all this. They were massively helping the Sayyid brothers. They actually had an understanding with Sayyid brothers that yes, Sayyid brothers will be following a religious tolerant policy in stark contrast to what Aurangzeb used to follow. Okay, and they will give the Maratha king, Sahu was the king or whatever the governor ruling over the province, the right to collect tax, that is Chauth and Sardeshmukhi. So whosoever ruler enables it. Now, Pune was not aware who in Delhi would do that. Sayyid brothers were aware. Sayyid brothers said, leave it to us. You just do what can facilitate it. So the Peshwa said, okay, I'll help you. You bring suitable people at the throne. So all these three, let us call them one, Rafis. They were with the help of Peshwa. That is why, Sayyid brothers were willfully targeted. Understood? The office of Peshwa became very powerful. And he was the fountainhead of all authority. The fountainhead of all authority. Marathas acquired control. Marathas acquired control over large part of the Mughal Empire. Actually, Mughals were now a shadow of their past. And you see, Marathas were regularly coming to Delhi, kind of asserting themselves, annexing the Mughal Empire whenever they wanted. Peshwa was calling the shot, of course the king was always there. So, typical Mughals could not do anything. So who could challenge the Marathas now? It were the Nizams. So write about them. The Nizam were the only powers. Nizam of Hyderabad. The Nizam of Hyderabad was the only power that could confront Maratha. Both wanted control over Karnataka and Gujarat. Both wanted control over Karnataka and Gujarat. War happened. Nizams initially defeated the Marathas in few areas. It was a limited confrontation on few posts. The major war happened here. War is a series of battles. Okay, so the major battle was happening here at Pakhet. Initially Nizam won, but here Marathas defeated the Nizam. So write about it, the Battle of Pakhet 1728. Another important thing for your prelims, just like Treaty of Patna, Marathas defeated the Nizam. Marathas defeated the Nizam. Nizam was forced to recognize Sahu. Nizam was forced to recognize Sahu as the monarch. With the rights to collect Chauth and Sardeshmukhi. Right to collect Chauth and Sardeshmukhi in entire Deccan. So when we say entire Deccan, Hyderabad is a part of entire Deccan. Right? Peninsula Plateau, right? One of the oldest landforms of this earth. You know this? You people are sitting on the oldest landform. Older than Himalayas. Aware of it? So now Sahu is the sole king and he will do everything over here. Any questions till here? See, read, if you see anything that worries you, unable to understand, any doubt, please ask.
Peshwas were helping the Mughals in actually installing things. So it was a give and take or
No. Sahu, see, when Aurangzeb died, Mughals also, the next king, Bahadur Shah and everyone, they were not in favor of continuing the war with Marathas. You will read this in a video history that Aurangzeb's Deccan policy is one of the reasons for the downfall of Mughals. Okay. Now, Deccan policy, add to this the Maratha conflict. He could never defeat Marathas, despite, there was no comparison of Marathas with the Mughals. When you see the absolute power, the number of troops that the Mughals had, no one could match them. Still, they could not take on Marathas. Whatever be the reason, the guerrilla warfare or whatever. So, the next in line Mughal kings did not want to continue this confrontation. They released Sahu, rule there. Now Sahu comes here, the Peshwa has other plans. Why rule here? Let us go to Delhi. Until these people were chasing us, now we will chase them. And Peshwas were very powerful. This is just Balaji Vishwanath. Now Baji Rao and Balaji Rao will come. Undefeatable. Okay. So it was nothing like give and take. It was just the ability to witness when the enemy is weak and then strike. Both sides were doing same thing. Mughals were also doing the same thing. And then the Mughals realized that when Aurangzeb with all his years, 20-30 years of continuous pursuit, could not confront, could not rout Marathas, how will we do that? How will we achieve the same? And the enormous pressure that it was putting on Delhi's economy. War has a cost, all of you know this. There was no policy left for the Mughals.
And from their perspective,
Whose perspective?
Mughals' perspective.
That is what I am saying. Mughals were shrinking. Those who are shrinking just want to survive. Independent states are happening, rebel states are confronting. What choice do you have?
but some was in the prison. People have killed him.
They knew if they killed him, then the reaction would be
There was no
too much to. No, they were. Peshwas were still there. How else did Balaji Vishwanath come? They killed Sahu, they would have bitten more than they could chew. Okay. So it was a very realistic step taken on their part. And if this happened, then that happened. This is now how history works. In Hindi we call it Hetu Mad Bhutkal. That does not happen. These are hypothetical situations. X happened, then Y would happen. No. तो होती तो ऐसा होता, होती तो वैसा no. जो हो चुका उसको देखें. Things have happened. If they were not to be, what would have happened? My guess would be as good as yours. There are some academic debates on this, that is not going to go on. Okay?
Sir, there's a question from Krishnan here. He's asking at that particular juncture of history, was the Carnatic part of Hyderabad?
Was Carnatic part of Hyderabad? See, Hyderabad was actually changing its shape and size. at times Carnatic was part of Hyderabad, not every time. It depends on who was ruling in Carnatic and who was in Hyderabad. They subsumed each other depending on the rulers. These are actually medieval stuff. I'm not going into all the Carnatic wars and everything. We'll now focus on few more parts about Maratha. Then we'll go to Sikhs. Because, and all of them we are witnessing when they are actually declining. That's how Europeans will come. So today I want to wrap all these Indian states. And then some plunge will take into the coming of Europeans. Their entire story you study in medieval history. Okay?
So Balaji Vishwanath helped establish the empire. But then yesterday you said that Syed brothers helped them take Shivaji Swaraj or something. We wrote that sentence.
So what's wrong with that?
I didn't understand.
Why didn't you understand? Aren't they working together?
So both of them helped.
Yes. The Syed brothers did not have a dream that Saudi wants that. It was he who was pursuing it. They are on the same side. This is how Syed brothers will be exterminated from the Mughal court. It was very much evident to all the Turanis and the Iranis and even to the Sheikh Zadas. Despite Syed brothers being Sheikh Zadas, the Indian Muslims. Intense rivalry was happening. Syed brothers did that because Vishwa asked them that my king has to be the sovereign and you have to accept it. They were also fighting for how long? Since Shivaji. Then Sambhaji. They have seen how Sambhaji was killed. So honor mattered a lot to all the stakeholders here. They are saying that please accept my king as the sovereign. If not, you will be in trouble. Yes, we will help you all the time. Sahu even visited the grave of Aurangzeb. Okay, it was on realism prevailing on all the sides. But the local confrontation, that is what did them, especially the Mughals, Syed brothers. If Syed brothers had a longer time to control things, Mughal history would have been different for sure.
Even though Marathas were powerful than Mughals, this made
Not kind of legitimacy.
I mean,
It was like we have won this. You have to accept it. You make the enemy swear to your demands. That is how it was.
they wanted the Mughal to issue commands and
Yes, accept. The Delhi must accept it. Okay? Delhi must not legitimacy. You give it to us in writing. And then they used to strike Delhi. Mughal king was at the pension of Marathas. We'll see more of it. Continue. After Balaji Vishwanath, Baji Rao became the next Peshwa. The Nizam again attacked the Peshwa. With the help of rival Maratha factions. FSC-TI1 groups, those groups who were opposed to the Peshwa, with the help of rival Maratha faction in Gujarat. Bracket is the rival factions Gaikwad and Awade. The rival factions.
By this time, was the dispute with Tara settled?
Almost done. Yes. Now it was only Sahu and Balaji. Then Bajirao. So,
Did Peshwas had separate kingdom for them?
Peshwa,
Had separate kingdom or state kingdom for
them here are,
Peshwas?
no, they were the prime ministers.
Nizam's attacked Peshwas. It means that
Peshwa were the one doing everything. That's why you can write Maratha. You are thinking that Peshwa had a separate state. No, Peshwa never had a separate state.
they were working under Maratha.
Yes, they were the de facto leaders. Okay, they were the de facto leaders. So Nizam, Gaikwad and Dawade attacked the Peshwa. Now Bajirao is the Peshwa. They were the Maratha factions, especially in Gujarat. Peshwa, write it. Peshwa defeated them in 1731. Bajirao then took control of Chaul, Chaul. Sensei and basic Portuguese were there. Peshwa just kicked them out. You want to write it?
Please write this.
You may come this side. SELSIDDE. Censored. Chaul. So Portuguese were there. Peshwa defeated the Portuguese also. Basic. BESSIEN. Finally, in 1739, Peshwa defeated a huge Mughal army. Which was under the leadership of Nizam. See, Nizam is again taking the help of Delhi to control the Peshwa. And following the Treaty of Bhopal, Hyderabad was an independent state from the Mughal. Right? When Marathas are kicking Nizams, they are again going back to the Delhi to seek help. They are fighting together. Peshwa overwhelmed them, and Treaty of Bhopal will happen. Okay, what you wrote? Peshwa got the provinces of Malwa. provinces between river Narmada and Chambal. Chambal is in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Narmada is in Maharashtra. So from here till here, this is all that they got. They got the province also, right? So again, Peshwa is ruling everyone.
So Sahu already had the right to collect transportation from Mala. So why did Peshwa fight for Mala?
The right to collect and then the annexation, these are two different things. You can collect the tax and then it's directly under your control. These are different. The king was someone else. Now they are the kings. Okay? Please write further. After the death of Bajirao, he dies in 1740. In 1740, Sahu appointed his son Balaji Bajirao. You see, the big post of Peshwa is turning hereditary, right? Balaji Bajirao as the next Peshwa. He was also known as Nana Sahib. (1740 to 1761). Nana Sahib became the supreme authority in Maratha administration. The supreme authority in Maratha administration. He was the most powerful Peshwa. Sahu died in 1749. At the peak of Maratha power. Sahu died in 1749 at the peak of Maratha power. Peshwa made, remember this gentleman? Peshwa made Alivardi Khan surrender Odisha. And he will give Odisha plus $1,20,000 every year as chart. Alivardi Khan will be forced to give these things to the Peshwa. Salamat Jang, your new Nizam. In 1751 was forced by Peshwa to give control of Khandesh, Khandess, somewhere in India, Khandesh. In 1752, through a treaty, Mughal Empire came under the protection of Marathas. They even conquered some part of Punjab. But it was a short-lived victory. As a Sikh rebellion forced back the Marathas. So this was somewhere in 1750s itself when Sikhs revolted and they had to come back. So Marathas are regularly acquiring territories from the Nizam, from the Mughal, from everyone. They were regularly raiding the Rajput territories. Okay. They were gaining empire. As I told you, Balaji Bajirao, one entire India he was almost ruling. But there was no attempt made by Maratha to ensure a streamlined administration. What was their model? They were acquiring territories, Mughals, Nawabs, Nizams, Sikhs, Rajputs, and the Levite Chowk and Sandesh. This is all they were doing. There was no attempt to, streamline the administration. Streamlining? What? This attempt was missing. There was no attempt at this. They were happy with periodic money. Okay. So again, the economic model was not very good. Chowk and Sardeshmukhi can work only when the province is flourishing. They were not concerned. Nothing was done like a elephant market, some kind of uniformity in the laws. These things were not known to Marathas. Okay. One of the reasons they lost Panipat, Battle of Panipat. Had they been taking care of these administrative issues, everyone would have sided with them. Understood? Change the pen and conclude this. Marathas were regularly gaining territory in large part of North India. But there was no attempt to establish an empire. They were happy by collecting Chauth and Sardeshmukhi. As soon as Afghans invaded it became very tough for Marathas to maintain their control. The Third Battle of Panipat gave a deadly blow to the Marathas. Understood all of you? Now the reasons you have already seen why Marathas could not do that, and there's more of it in your medieval history. I have discussed it. It's okay if you don't write it. Read. Same thing they were doing, Mughals, and what Mughals were suffering from, no modern kind of.
Marathas were obviously competent rulers. They had so much strength. Why did they not consider the property of streamlining the administration?
They did not have the wisdom that you have.
I mean, they obviously fought over those kingdoms which were not very efficient, and that's why they were able to annex them. So, if they're not possibly foreseeing this.
No, if they could have foreseen it, the history would have been different. They could not foresee. Now why? How do I know why? Of course they were not having the wisdom that you have. We see these things in retrospect, right? And then we point fingers, oh, you did not do this. You understand it? That time, era was completely different. They were happy with money, Chauth and Sardeshmukhi. Okay, and they talked about Hindu Padshah. They were fighting the Rajputs, they were fighting the Sikhs also. So ultimately it boiled down to politics, right? Shivaji had the dream of Hindu Padshah, but later on Peshwas and everyone, they just wanted more of power, power and power. Of course they carried the saffron flag. Okay, and attempts were not made because they did not even realize these things. If they realized, if they knew the importance of building an empire, you will study Mughals, you will know that they built an empire. Where they lacked, same thing they did. From Babur till Bahadur Shah, things have changed. Right? From Nehru to Modi, things have changed. India is not working in similar way it was working in 1847-50, right? We do not even have a planning commission now, and rightly so. And things have to be updated. And now IPC and CRPC is about to be changed. I hope you are aware of it. Much needed. IPC was created by Lord Macaulay. We are still being governed by the 1861 Indian Police Act, brought after the revolt of 1857. That is why police is so friendly. Right? Because to curb any further rebellious tendency, the police was brought from 61, 2020, the same police act. So laws need to be changed, methods needs to be changed, processes are to be updated, new systems have to be in place. The one who realizes this continues to flourish. At that time, kings, monarchs, Peshwas were devoid of such wisdom. That is why these are the valuable lessons that history gives us. Okay. Any other thing? So, how was later Mughals? We are done with later Mughals. How was it?
Later because the dominated Marathas.
Where?
They were much dominated.
then obviously you win. And as I told you, there are too many multiple characters coming at very, very short intervals, but playing rocket role. So just make flowcharts, revise it, read it 6-7 times, you will learn. No need to refer to any source. Okay. Now we'll see the other regional paths. I intend to finish all the regional paths by for today. Let us come to Sikhs now. Any idea how Sikhism came? Ever been to a Gurudwara? For eating langar? So, you know, when was Sikhism formed? Who formed it? Guru Nanak. And who was Guru Nanak? Where was he born? His birthplace was making a golden temple. You know the story? Operation Blue Star, Bhindranwale and all. You have to study this in post-independent constitution. And this bomb could not explode because of the power of Allah, and in bracket they have written Guru Nanak. You might laugh at it, but see the subtle messaging that they are conveying to the Sikhs. Not worth laughing. The subtle message that they are conveying to the Sikhs who are going from India to do darshan. Indian army waged a war on you on when this happened, Operation Blue Star. 71 was no, after that happened. Whenever I'm able to recall the year, not 1971 for sure. 84 Indira Gandhi was killed. Of course, before that, this bomb could not explode. How did that bomb go to the Pakistan? It's an idiotic thing to do, right? But see the subtle messaging that they are trying to convey to one of the very important parts of Indian society, the Sikhs. There is an entire Sikh regiment in Indian army, a very decorated regiment, very fierce fighters. These things have to be taken care of. Okay, Sikhism was founded by Guru Nanak. Same time, Babur was establishing the Mughal Empire. Right about it. Sikhism was founded by Guru Nanak, born in 1469. Who preached about inner devotion and bhakti. Who was born in 1469, preached about inner devotion and bhakti. Sikhism attracted millions of devotees. Sikhism attracted millions of devotees. As the community grew in size, it challenged the central authority of the Mughals. As the community grew in size, it challenged the central authority of the Mughals. Aurangzeb killed the 9th Sikh Guru. Tegh Bahadur in Delhi, 1675. Sikh Guru Tegh Bahadur. Last one was Guru Gobind Singh. First is Guru Nanak. 1639 in Delhi. Sorry, 1675 in Delhi.
Font. Font, sir.
Guru Gobind Singh emphasized on strengthening the Khalsa. Strengthening the Khalsa. As a militant unit against the Mughals. Guru Gobind Singh was killed in 1708. And was succeeded by, yes, okay. But Banda Bahadur was not the Guru. He is the last Guru. And he said that from now on, the Guruship is gone. Okay. The book. What is the holy book of Sikhs? What do you call the holy book? Gurbani. Right? So that will be the perennial Guru. The book, the holy book Gurbani will be the perennial, everlasting Guru, eternal Guru. So Banda Bahadur is not the Guru, he was just the leader after Guru Gobind Singh. He was one of his followers. Banda Bahadur continued the Sikh revolt. Farooq Siar became king in 1713. And appointed Abdus Samad Khan Abdus Samad Khan to end the Sikh revolt. Some of the Jats some of the Jat Jamindars joined Mughals. Jamindar supported Mughals. There was this Churaman Jat of Agra. He supported the Mughal and many others. They were the Zamindars. So finally, in 1715, Banda Bahadur had to surrender. He was brought to Delhi and killed in 1716. So 1716. Now, after Banda Bahadur, there was a period of uncertainty in Sikh territory. There were a lot of factions emerging. MISL, the six confederacies that were formed. There were almost 12 to 16 kind of groups of Sikhs. If you go to a Gurudwara, there are always 4 doors of a Gurudwara. Because Hinduism had 4 varnas. So it said that anyone can come from anywhere. We do not differentiate. Sikhs are an offshoot of Hinduism. The elder son of the family used to become Sikh. Okay, if a family had 2 or 3 sons, the eldest will become Sikh and join the Khalsa to fight the Mughals. This was the tradition. Understood? And of course, there were many other people also who assembled, became Sikh. Anyone could come from anywhere. There was no differentiation based on Varna or caste. That's why Gurudwara will always have 4 doors. Any Varna can come from anywhere and go from anywhere. They eat together. That thing that he went for. You must have sat with all others. There is this concept of seva. Community service is there. So these things were what brought people into the fold of Sikhism. Now, in due course of time, the Mahants, the Mathadhis, they became very unethical and corruption came in Gurudwara. That is why Guru Gobind Singh said that no further Guru. Okay, the Holy Book is the eternal Guru. So, after this Banda Bahadur, there was a turmoil in the Sikh Empire, and these things you study in medieval history. Now, here comes Ranjit Singh. Okay, for good 20-30 years, there is a turmoil. Sikhs, everyone is like having access to a small kind of kingdom, maybe size of this colony, something like that. So different groups have emerged. Corruption is rampant. Now comes Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Ranjit Singh, and he unites everything, and then he becomes a very powerful ruler. Okay, so post Banda Bahadur until Ranjit Singh, that history I am skipping. That is for your video. Alright, so let us now focus on Ranjit Singh, the man who revived the Sikh Empire. Change the pen and write about Ranjit Singh. Ranjit Singh emerged as the strongest leader. He repelled REPLED, pushed back Abdali's successor. Remember I told this to you that Afghans were defeated by the Sikhs. Abdali's successor Jaman Shah in 1798 and conquered Lahore. British recognized him. British recognized him the sovereign ruler of Punjab. As long as Ranjit Singh was alive, the British maintained friendly relations. The British maintained friendly relations with the Sikhs. Ranjit Singh had the second best army. Ranjit Singh had the second best army in Asia after the East India Company. Okay, so this is how, different states were there. Just a brief introduction about the Sikhs, because now we'll see what all wars they were engaged into, how they were, they here refers to the British, how they were demolishing all Indian states, one after the other, very slowly, gradually, through cleverly crafted policies, the doctrine of lapse. Okay, all these things were very, very important. Now, India, in 16th, 17th century, now we have seen from 16th, from the Aurangzeb to the emergence of the later Mughals, the rise of Marathas, the defeat of Marathas, establishment of Sikh, state of Sikhism, then the Ranjit Singh attempt to revive it. As long as he is alive, Satluj river will not be crossed by English. Cis Satluj, they would say that beyond Satluj, everything to the north belongs to Ranjit Singh. He annexes India and Lahore. He will not cross Satluj. Beyond, south of Satluj, East India Company. So, meanwhile, English are focusing on central India, southern India, western India. They are assured that there will be no attack from north. They even took Ranjit Singh into confidence that if Afghans attack, me and you together will defeat them. So Afghans will hesitate. Just now I told you that Ranjit Singh has the second best army in Asia. So why to fight East India and Ranjit Singh together? Right? So they were sure that from north side we are safe. Now when an empire maker such like British gets such a security, they will use the troops accordingly. They will not keep a heavy troop in the northern side on the borders. If they were apprehensive of an Afghan invasion, they would have sealed that area, right? Now they mobilize their troops elsewhere, down the slope. Are you understanding it? How cleverly they were using their tactics and whatever limited personnel they had. British were very few in numbers, but they knew how to use the resources in an optimum way. They got assurance from northern side. They brought all their troops into the area where they were needed. The moment Ranjit Singh dies, he was succeeded by his imbecile son Khalak Singh. He was actually idiot, mad, mentally retarded types. So Sikhs also started confronting the British will cross the Satluj. Okay, the British will cross the Satluj. They forget the friendship they had with Ranjit Singh. And they will defeat Sikh also. Sikhs will now become a part of British Empire. So it became a cakewalk for the British. Understood all of you? Now we shall move to the coming of British, Europeans actually.
Sir, I called regional sir.
లేదు అంతే మ్యాథ్స్ అంతా
Anyone see it? Anyone see it?
టు ద లెఫ్ట్
This is the Cape of Good Hope. This you see the horn type of thing. This was discovered in 1598 by Vasco da Gama. Who was he? Portuguese. So he discovered this sea to come to India. Until then they had heard about India. Few individual adventurers, these travelers have reached India, but they were not sure of its route. They came experimenting. They went down experimenting. Right? This guy found this. Now a route was established towards India. Okay. And he lands on all the coastal areas. Calicut, Cochin, Kannur, Goa, Diu. Okay. So that is what was close to the sea. So write about it. A new sea route. A new sea route. Through the Cape of Good Hope. Was discovered by Vasco da Gama. Was discovered by Vasco da Gama in 1498. And many trading companies came to India, established their trading centers. In 1602, the Dutch Parliament issued a charter. Charter is kind of resolution or law passed by the parliament. And the Dutch East India Company was formed with powers to make war, conclude treaty, make war, wage war, anything right, conclude treaty, acquire territory and build fort. Dutch set up factories in Masulipatam. Where it is? Masulipatam, Pulikat. Where? Chennai. Pulikat, Pulicat, 1610. Surat, Surat 1616. Karaikal, Masulipatam, after that Pulikat, 1610. Surat 1616. Karikal, Karikal 1645. Kasim Bazar कहाँ है? Patna, everywhere they started setting up. Cochin, so Dutch started setting up these factories. So this was done through an act of legislature backed by their part. Now they have made inroads into India. You know, these many cities they have established their factories. They have reached till Patna, which is not a coastal area, which means they are looking at the prospect of non-coastal areas also, the hinterlands. Now the Portuguese came first. Vasco da Gama was from Portugal, right about the Portuguese. Vasco da Gama reached the port of Calicut on 17th May 1498. May 1498, and he was warmly received by Zamorin, the ruler of Calicut. He was actually a hereditary ruler of the kingdom of Malabar, the Malayali ruler. So he warmly received hospitality. And he has come from such a far off place, let us accord him all the welcome that we should. Okay. Now, second, you write, the second person who comes. Pedro Almax. And what took this Digama went back, came back next year also. In 1500 also he came. Pedro Alvarez came to India in 1500 and Vasco returned for a second trip. Vasco returned for the second trip. They established Portuguese factories. Cochin also. At these three places, Calicut, Kannur and Cochin. Francis de Almeida was the first Portuguese governor in India. And then this guy became the governor, Albuquerque. He became governor in 1509. He was in 1504 or 5. Four, 5. No, this is 1509. You are asking about this or he is 1509. He is 1509. 4, 5. The previous one. What was? He was there to manage the factories. And there were people working in those factories. There were administrators who came from Portugal. So he was overlooking everything. When you have 3 factories, you need someone to keep an eye on these things. That is what he was doing. Okay. There was no invasion until now. And then said some areas, Goa and all, they were having some footholds by this time. Later on, they will go full-fledged. Okay. Now you write. After Albuquerque, Portuguese established settlements in Daman, Daman and Diu. Salsette, Bombay, Sanbom, where it is? It's near Chennai. Hooghly is in Bengal. Watch map every day. When you go to Karnataka. The Portuguese power declined in 16th century. And they only had Goa, Daman and Diu. So actually they lost everything to the British. They had Bombay, but you know what they did with Bombay? They gave it as a dowry to, actually the British king married Portuguese queen, the princess. So they gave Bombay as a dowry. And now this is for you, for the son. So they were confined to just 3 places. And when did Goa liberation happen? 1961. Okay, it took a lot of time after 47 to 61. Daman and Diu also, they were later to become part of India. They stayed here for a long time, of course on a very small scale they were functioning. We'll see everything in detail now, all of these French, Portuguese, Dutch, and then we'll come to this. We just have a very formal introduction. I'm going to the details of these things. Okay. Taking a 10-minute break. We are meeting after 10 minutes.
Sir, there's one question from Krishnakant. He's asking what is the purpose of establishing the factories by that time?
To engage in trade. Krishnakant, to engage in trade. Why do you establish factory? You want to have trade? Why do you establish factories in India? Because India is home to all the raw materials which Portugals don't have. There are no raw material in Portugal. So they are coming here, keep going. So they are establishing factories over here because they want to utilize the raw material that is here. For that they need factories. There will be a cost if they carry these raw materials back to their homeland. Okay, why not turn them into final products in India itself? Louder, please open. Both are the customers, Indians as well as the Europeans. But the cost of manufacturing any product is always cheap near the raw material. Hence transportation is involved. Wear and tear is involved. We are in 15th, 16th century. Imagine carrying bulks of sheep of raw material which are mainly perishable in nature crossing the seas. Half of them will be destroyed on way itself. The personnel will be involved. So pick up some labor over here, make them use their labor, turn them into finished products. They were not bringing labor from their homeland. That would have been again a good cost. So see the globalization, the imperialism, the entire context was to serve the imperial benefit of, two terms are there, I'll just explain it. It has two terms, two things. Metropolis is the mother country, the Europeans. Colonies are the Asia and Africa. So everything that imperialism does is to serve the economic benefit of metropolis or the mother country at the cost of colony. So there will be no concept of human rights, there will be no political civil rights. And how do you do these things? If you were to establish colony, employ the labor, you need control. They will not allow you to just erect a building, build fort. The Mughals will attack, the Nawab will attack the British when they will fortify their factory. Fort means sign of the sovereign. You know, fort, killa. That is the sign of the sovereign. How can you make fort in the land when already a sovereign rule is there? So they fortified. Nawab will attack. You will study about the black hole incidents. There was a question in your prelims. How many of you know about it? Can you explain it?
The prison is very small, so only
Louder, louder. Increase your volume.
the black hole prison is very small. Actually, to contain just 4 or 5 members, but the defeated soldiers around 200 or 300 members are imprisoned in itself, which resulted in deaths, so many deaths.
So why they went there? You are explaining the incidents. But what led to that incidents?
Multiplication and increase of British power in Bengal.
So the Nawab sent the troops. Yes, and they were sheltered at that small place. 2 days they were there, many of them died. Suffocation, allegedly. So British have used these incidents to justify all the atrocities that they have done. That you killed us in black holes. Okay, they call it black hole movements. So they justify all their misgivings, all their atrocities of Indians, quoting that black hole incidents. I'll explain it in detail. Okay. Understood? Any more question anyone has? Ask him if it is okay. And where is he?
Is in YouTube.
UK.
He knows, I don't know where he is.
I thought I'm teaching international to someone sitting in UK. Okay, we are waiting after 10 minutes break.